Everybody, very special announcement. We have another giveaway coming. Everyone's been waiting for it here.
Yes.
We've just reached the 1K sub mark pretty recently here, and we're doing a bit of a giveaway. By a bit, I mean we're giving away more than we usually do. We got
I mean, it's a special milestone. You gotta do it.
Yeah, it is a special 1K. We didn't, we weren't expecting any of this. We were just two random guys playing some games, talking about random shit that we didn't know if anyone would actually want to listen to, and here we are.
Yep.
We are going to be rolling off some prizes. So let's show everyone what they're potentially winning here. So on my side, we have two beautiful sets. Well, you're going to be rolling for one of these sets. So the Herald of Rebirth extended art, the rainbow foils here.
One
so
of each
roll would be
pitch.
One of each color. Yep, one of each color. So 3 cards total. There will be a cold foil Iyslander and a cold foil Genus. I don't know if the screen captures that very well. So one roll will be for both of those. So both of those cold foils, and then we're gonna have a cold foil Crazy Brew alt art. Look at that, beautiful,
That's a big
beautiful
one.
And crazy. Rob, what do you got for the fans here?
Yeah, so we've got 3 of the alternate art Boneyard Marauders here from, I believe, Team Covenant. So one winner will get all 3 of these. I then have a Rainbow Foil Katsu from my collection here to be given off. Pretty nice card there. Additionally, one Rainbow Foil Azalea for all you Ranger fans. And last but not least, or hopefully not, we've got one of our Spark of Genius playmats that we will be giving away. We've gotten some, requests for people who wanted to buy these, and we figured let's just put it in a giveaway for anyone to win. So yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, all you got to do to win, very, very simple. You have to like, comment, and subscribe on any of the videos with this intro onto it. For the comments, all we need to hear from you is, we've been doing this a little while, almost quite a long time, almost a year. Not actually even close to a year.
Eight months
for a while, about 8 months now. So, what kind of video do you want to see us making in the future? This could be more of the same, more of our CC videos, classic constructed blitz, our POV drafts, discussion videos, deck text, whatever. What do you want to see us make more of? Whether we've made any of it or not, let us know down in the comments for any of the videos. We will be posting this for probably the month of August. And when the month of August is up, we will be doing the rolls in September. And with that, appreciate everyone for watching. Your continued support from the bottom of both of our hearts. We really do appreciate it. With that, have a great day. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Spark of Genius Flesh and Blood production. We're going to be looking at a little bit of POV drafting. This is myself drafting in a pot of 9, I believe. It was a pot of 9. So
interesting.
Changes a little bit.
I've never tried that.
Well, we had 9 people. This was good. The pot of 9.
One person can't play, man.
just like leave them out in the cold, right? My name is Eric, joined by my evil co-creator, co-caster, co-commentator, co-compatriot, Rob. And this is an Uprising draft, and it's a couple things with this draft I like. It's no secret that I went to the draft looking for Iyslander content, so I had a little bit of a...
Did you force Iyslander?
Slant? I wasn't prepared to force if there was nothing there.
Yeah,
so I wasn't prepared to
would have been pretty bad content anyway, I guess, if you're forcing bad stuff.
Like, it wasn't it wasn't like, unless it was supremely cut or just cut in general to my right, like people passing to me from my right to me clockwise. I was gonna try to get some Iyslander in there, mainly because it's the one that we don't have yet, and it's it's interesting drafting and playing Iyslander. I think she's a very interesting hero. She has interesting lines. Her cards are nice.
Yeah.
Very different playstyle compared to the Draconic heroes that focus mainly on reds. And yeah, we're just gonna get into it. If you do like this kind of content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the giveaway. I know definitely a bunch of you, I've seen the comments, do enjoy this kind of content. So
yeah, we're having fun reading all those comments. There's a lot of helpful information.
Yeah, for sure. We actually pay attention. Go figure. We actually read them. I read every single one of them, even the ones I have to remove because they're spam. Anyways,
whenever it's a suggestion we don't like, we remove it because it's spam.
Look, if they're putting links to like sketchy websites, I'm going to help out our viewers by not having to click the sketchy websites.
Yeah. All right.
So let's get into
the video. All right.
Yep.
So here are your hands.
Here are my hands. I'm looking at the cards.
Oh, Arctic Red, Arctic Red.
Sash.
Now, how good is Arctic Red?
It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
I
good.
mean, it's an excellent card into Fi.
Do I want blue? Yes, I want blue more.
Yeah.
Do I like red? I like red. So I see the Sash. I see the Arctic. I see Flameborn's okay. The rest of the pack is kind of meh, other than Brand.
Right.
So you're looking at the ratios here, and your other rare is blue engulfing. So you have 2-0 for 3 openers on Fi. Not bad. People from your left can definitely start to take those kinds of cards. And I end up picking up the red Arctic Incarceration instead of the Sash of Sandakai.
Okay.
99% of the time, I'm picking up Sash of Sandakai. The reason is to stay open in Dromai and Fi, and even partially stay open in Iyslander. Red Arctic Incarceration is not red Ice Vein. It's not blue Arctic Incarceration. It's not a blue, not Ice Bolt. Aether Hail. It's not that kind of card. I did it purely because I'm slanting to Iyslander.
There's a red Ice Vein.
That's a red Ice Vein there. And I'm telling the person to my left, stay out of Iyslander. Because that's the biggest signal.
Get out of my swamp.
Get out of my swamp. The biggest signal I could possibly send. The person to my left was Yuki too. So I knew she would understand. Don't go into Iyslander. So
she wants us to get good content. She's on board with good content. Yeah.
And I picked up the Ice Vein there. The red Ice Vein is just super, super good.
Yeah.
Very, very, very
that's a key card for sure. Yeah.
I'm looking at the Necria. I'm looking at the Embermaw Senpai. I think Dromai would have been really good this draft. Just because the person to my left is passing me Necria. That means they're not in Dromai. Like, very, very...
Okay.
Necria is such a good card.
Right.
Especially in draft. And so I was kind of light on the Necria earlier. Like, I thought, like, it wasn't nearly as good as I thought. Like, it's kind of like Yendurai tier. But now I realize it's definitely better than Yendurai. Because it just creates... You know, it just creates the Ash, essentially, right? And so the key is that being able to create the Ash, being able to, like, have this big, beefy dragon, real good. The red Embermaw probably wouldn't have wheeled, but I would have picked up that. So ideally, what you want to do if you're drafting like in a high level scenario, you're drafting the Sash, and then you see Necria coming through your left. You're like, okay, the person on my left is probably not. Oh, sorry, the person on my right is probably not Dromai. There are very few cards, unless there was a double dragon pack. I forgot if we saw the second rare in that pack. If we did see the second rare, you know it's not a double dragon pack. Right, because otherwise it'd be a marble. There is no rainbow foil dragons. It'd be a marble dragon, right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
And so, in that particular way, like there's probably picking something else up. The person on my right is a serial Fi drafter. That knowledge I already came into. Didn't end up picking.
It pays to know who you're drafting with, actually.
But he actually wasn't in Fi at the end because he was insanely cut from the top level. So he was in something else. But he like pivoted. He had some Fi cards, I believe. So in the early, I think he was picking up Fi. So we're coming into pick 3 here. I have a red Ice Vein, a red Arctic Incarceration. I see red Dunebreaker. I see yellow Embermaw. My Dromai deck would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But we're looking at the Iyslander, right? So I see the blue Icebed. Very, very good card. Just because it's blue, comes out of Arsenal. The red Frosting's okay. The blue Sigil's okay. I want something I can play out of Arsenal and speed.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna slant into Dromai. If you did want to pick Dromai in the scenario where you should have, you're picking up red Dunebreaker here. The yellow Embermaw is very good. However, the red 1-for-5 is better, in my opinion. If it was a yellow Dunebreaker and a yellow Embermaw, you pick up the yellow Ember. You see, I'm even pointing it out here because I know later in future. This is what my deck would have been, right?
Smart.
I would have picked up the yellow Embermaw if it were a yellow Embermaw and a yellow Dunebreaker. But it's a red Dunebreaker, and so that enables go again on all my like Ash Wings and my dragons and stuff like that on board, right? So that's what it would have been. You can see if I'm holding my cards here, I'm usually waiting for the person on the left. You generally don't want to like stack all the cards in front of them and like mix them up, because that's how errors happen. And like, I have too many cards.
I'm used to kind of just piles in a line between players, but sometimes they get swapped. Sometimes it's not obvious which is the first one you should pick up.
Exactly.
So yeah, I guess it makes sense to keep it on you and just give it to them when it's time for them to start looking into it.
Yep. No, for sure. So in this particular draft, we have Incarceration, red Ice Vein, and blue Icebind. In general, with Iyslander, I like to hit 20 blues. It rarely happens, especially in a pod of 9, where there's a good chance it's going to be it could be a 4-3-2, it could be a 3-3-3. In which case the Fi decks are probably going to come out the big winners in a 3-3-3. It could be more likely scenario is a 4-3-2, and you just pray that you're not into 3 and you're into 2 if you're on Dromai or Iyslander.
Yeah.
Right? Because at least one of those 5 decks is going to be much weaker than the other 3 usually.
Right.
Because they might be the best case scenario for the 5s if they're on different edges of the table. So it's like something 5, something 5, something 5, something 5, something. Doesn't always happen, right? So that's just very best case scenario here. A bit of a clog at the train station as I'm waiting for my next pack. And I think the idea is you want 20 blues. 22 blues would be fantastic. It doesn't happen. Life doesn't happen that way unless you're the only Iyslander. I think the lowest number of blues that I would go into Iyslander with is probably like 14, 15, something like that.
Or the least amount, I guess. Yeah, the least amount of blues would be 14, 15.
And I would have to have at least a chunk of quality blues. At least half of those I'm expecting like some good
playables from Arsenal, hopefully, like some good cards you can play from Arsenal.
Aether Hails, Ice Spines.
Yeah, the cheap high arcane damage cards, I guess. Like Ice,
even the Incarcerations and Hail. Cold Snaps. I'm okay with that. Aether Hail, Ice Bolt, that kind of stuff. I'm okay with that. Blue Ice Vein, also a card I put in there. Okay, so Yellow Cold Snap.
Here's the Ender Eye. Yeah, coming
Red
through.
Skittering, Red Ice Bolt.
Red Ice Bolt, pretty nice. Red Dust Up too.
Brother in Arms and Silent. So I'm looking at this and I'm like Dromai is the freest shit on the face of the earth, but I'm not in it, unfortunately. So here are my options. I could take the Pauper. I could take the Red Ice Bolt. Right? Those are, and I think there was one other card that came in before.
Red Dust Up. Eric.
No, Dust. I'm on Iyslander, sir. Dust Up's the 0-for-4 Dromai card. So.
Oh, never mind. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about that hand. Yeah.
No. Ooh, I see the Blue Arctic. I ended up taking up the Pauper because I know the Yuki on Dromai is going to shit on my soul here if I play her.
Because you're passing all the Dromai cards to Yuki. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I picked up the. So I wanted to pick up the Blue Arctic. I ended up picking the Cloak, the Wizard chess piece, because it won't wheel. There's no way it wheels. I don't think the Blue Incarceration's wheeling either.
Right.
It definitely isn't. However, the chess piece, that card wins games like by itself, like giving you enough resources to poke with that Waning Moon. It's a very good card, and I don't know if I'll ever see one again. Where there's a good chance I'll see another. I have a Red Arctic, right?
Yeah.
But there's a chance I'm probably seeing a Blue Arctic. This is only pack 1, right? And because it's only pack 1, I really want to solidify the fact that if I'm passing the Cloak and there's an Iyslander two or three people away and they get the Cloak that late because I know Yuki's not picking up the Cloak, I'm in trouble. Right? They probably have signals and I'm getting jacked.
You're giving the wrong signals probably.
Yeah. What did I pick up there? I don't even
know. That was fast. I wasn't looking.
I'm pretty sure it was a yellow.
You might show it here. Card. Oh no, you don't. Okay, never mind.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a yellow wizard card.
Okay, those are odd. The yellow cards are a little bit strange in Iyslander because they don't really fit a specific pocket.
Yeah, there wasn't any crazy blues in that pack.
Gotta get the ice cards, sometimes for frostbites, so it's fine.
Yeah, the key is you're okay with like 3 to 5 yellows. Like picking up yellow ice bolts are fine. Yellow ice veins are also pretty good. I think it was a yellow ice vein. I'm actually like 90% sure it was yellow ice vein.
Okay, so it wasn't an ice card.
Because,
it was.
Yeah, I definitely had ice vein in the deck. Yellow ice vein in the deck. So it was a yellow ice vein. Good card. Comes in for 4. It's a yellow. So here we have the blue hail. That's the big winner.
This is the money.
The fact, but I see the frostburn, the conduit. I don't take it, but I see it. See, I'm poking in there. I'm like, that's good to know that that's still there, right? So
did that come back?
No. I'm not on the wheel yet. Okay. There's 9 players.
So that's right. That's right.
I don't think. Yeah. So the hail coming this late is very good for me.
I think it was 7 cards.
That is the signal. So what am I on? Because now I'm counting to make sure I'm not on the wheel. So I'm at 7 cards.
7. So one more, I guess, would be the wheel, right? Oh no, 15
no,
minus 2.
9,
sorry. 15 minus 2 tokens, 13. So you have to be, what is that? I guess it's 4.
It has to pass through 8. It has to pass through 8 other players, and then I get it back.
Right. So a few more passes here before you're on the wheel.
A couple more passes before I'm on the wheel. So generally, I'm not going to get any good wheels out of my pack one for a but I got, essentially I'm saying like, wait, okay, I got the hail pick 7. So that means that like it's gone through a majority of people other than
that's true, yeah.
Other than Yuki and the person
left of Yuki, yeah.
So that just tells me Pack 2 is looking pretty decent for
Icelander's
at
free.
least 2 picks. No, not free. It just makes me realize that it's looking better. Oh, see, you got the blue Arctic. Now I'm just like, and you have the blue Healing Bomb, also a very good card into Iyslander.
Interesting, yeah.
Because you can come out from Arsenal, you play from Arsenal, you gain 1 health, and you swing in with the moon. Right?
It's true.
It's not bad.
Non-attack action card, yeah.
Yeah, it's a non-attack action.
I have yet to see it, but no one runs that in CC anyway. But in draft, it's quite good.
Well, you're gonna see it because that's probably what I'm picking up here. But I'm also looking at that
so
red
took
frosting.
It over the frosting.
The 0 for 3.
Frosting is not a card that you play often in CC. I think not even at all. I don't think it makes the cut.
The blue frosting is fine.
Right.
Because it comes in for 1.
It's a frostbite chip card that you'd play.
Yeah. I don't end up like I picked the Healing Bomb because I I want as many blues as humanly possible that are reasonable. So here's that rewind. So we're on the wheel. So this is my wheel. Okay. These are the 5 cards on the wheel, right? Because we're on 10.
Okay, so I guess that makes sense then. Yeah.
As much as I want to troll with the rewinds, I don't pick up the rewind. It doesn't do anything.
I remember you pulled that reversed rewind last time. Slammed it down.
So here the yellow Respite or the yellow wizard, the Aether Dart, the 0 for 2. Those are my only options here. I pick up the Respite because it's better in the mirror. It's not bad into it's not bad when you have like you pitch a blue, you play a 0-cost blue, which I already have a good chunk of with Ice Binds, Incarceration, stuff like that. I play the blue. I have 2 floating. After the Oasis to play the moon. Right, so I can play the Oasis, a 0-cost non-attack, and moon.
Yeah.
And I have the chess piece to give me that extra resource. So if I want to like pop the resource and play Oasis, I can, which is a pretty reasonable use, right?
Right. It also lets you ice Aether Hail out of Arsenal.
Yep.
Oh, the 1 for 4. I'm sorry, I forgot the name. Aether Ice.
Aether Hail. The 1 for 4
is Aether Hail. Yeah.
1 for 2. Yeah. 1
right.
For 2
so you can play that into the Oasis, into Waning Moon. Then if you have the 1 cloak, resource. Yeah.
Yep. If you have the cloak, exactly. So that's why you pick up the cloak. So when you see cards like Oasis and you see cards that like maybe don't fit to the 1 blue curve, you can pick it up without worrying. Blue Sigil, I'm pretty happy about.
Yeah.
I don't need the robe because I have the cloak already. I thought about Yellow Succumb to Winter as like a Dromai thing. I rather have just like it's good into literally Thamai. Like that's what but I'd rather just have a yellow anything else. Like a yellow Ice Bolt kills it. A yellow
Thamai's 4,
I
think
kills it. Like the yellow for 4 is pretty common. I pick up the yellow Cold Snap here.
Okay.
Just for another Ice Fuse target.
Yeah, Ice Fuse, exactly. Yeah. You won't be arseling that card pretty much, but at least you'll have the ice target. And
I will never be arseling that card. That is a very bad card. I will block with it. Yeah. I will pitch it because it just gives you Waning Moon. Right, you just pitch it for Waning Moon.
That's true.
Never going to be doing that. So overall, really good pack 1. I think there was only about 2 or 3 cards I didn't really like, the Skittering Sands, and I think that's about it. I think everything else is a playable card. So this here, I'll show it right here.
That was fast.
So you got the brain
this
freeze,
is your
blue,
deck, right?
The yellow Polar Cap. Okay, so it wasn't the yellow Ice Vein, it was the yellow Polar Cap. Okay. That was the card I picked up. Okay. Which is fine. It blocks for 3. Who cares? Yellow block for 3, I block with it. That's it. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's yellow block for 3s are completely reasonable to pick up when there's nothing there.
Because you often don't even need your full hand on your turn or your opponent's turn. You can afford a block here and there with Iyslander. So as long as it blocks 3, you're happy to block with it.
Ideally, you want to keep a pitch card, a card for the arsenal, and then Waning Path. Right? That's what you want to do. So you need 1 to pitch, 1 to shove into the arsenal, play out the arsenal. So you need 2 card hands are great if you have a blue. So those other cards don't really matter. And we're rolling right into pack 2.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for more premium blues here. I would take the helmet gloves combo if it comes up, the glacial helmet and the conduit.
To pop the arsenal, yeah.
Yeah, to pop their arsenal, but I don't focus on it. So I'm like praying for the cold foil. Obviously don't get it. So we have
Mounting Anger, pretty nice for 5.
We have a whole lot of nothing, honestly. I'm looking at this.
Yeah, that wasn't great. Red Cold Snap is not even that good.
I'm looking at it and I'm just like, why would I play this card?
No, yeah,
it
does not fit. Ice Bolt is okay. 2 for 5. Play it out on your turn. You're going to be dealing damage regardless. That is not blockable. So it's a good finisher. Flippers?
Let me tell you why.
Okay, the
I
Tide
picked up
Flippers? Okay, sure. Tell me why.
If I can get at least one Fi off the Flippers, and the Dromai and Iyslander players also pick up one Flippers, someone is likely to not have a Flippers. Because on average in a box, you're looking at about 2 Flippers.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
on average about 2. I think it's on average about 2 common equipment per box.
Okay.
Of the same one.
You have 27 packs here though.
So the odds are, yes, I probably need someone else. I need someone to help.
To help you out.
But like
teaming up against those Fis.
If I can cut one and help me out, and I play that Fi, and they don't have Arcane Barrier, I'm a genius, right?
True,
Someone actually did this to me. One of the Icelanders in the draft cut 2 or 3 Flippers or some random thing for the draft.
Damn.
And like
the luxury.
Cut most Fis, yeah, and then ended up playing those Fis. Just like won the draft. I'm not saying that happened here, but
it's pretty funny.
It's not
you gotta
cut a card like Flippers.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of that Arcane Barrier as much as you can.
I feel like people heavily underestimate Flippers because they think either A, they're going to see another one later in the draft because we're only on pack 2.
Right. Oh, there's the helmet.
Pack. There's the helmet.
Oh, blue Arctic.
Incarceration.
That's a premium pick.
Singe is okay.
Yeah. Singe's Dromai I hate, but Dromai is not going to pop off in draft, really. Like,
yep.
You're not going to be seeing a ton of those Ashwings in draft.
My Dromai deck would have been I've been Sirikai there. Anyways, my point is that
yeah.
There's the Vinsirikai.
So you took the helmet. Okay. You're probably going to see the Arctic Incarceration come back anyway, like you did before. So it's like maybe it's possible.
Exactly. I think on the other side of the pod, it is actually possible that it comes back. Also, like I don't need the gloves to make the helmet good, right? Like I can
the helmet's good on its own. Yeah.
With no resources, I literally just turn it.
Mm-hmm.
We have the
Aether Hail 1 for 4, quite good.
Aether Dart, 0 for 1 blue.
They're blues, yeah. Can be played from Arsenal to deal 1, but I'm liking the Aether Hail.
God tier Frightmare. I pick up the Oasis for Spike.
Right. Okay.
The reason is because I don't like Aether Hail red that much. I think it's an okay card. Like on your turn, you pitch a blue for 6 with Waning Moon.
Yeah, it pairs really well with the Waning Moon. That's kind of.
I want to play on their turn as much as humanly possible, unless I have a disruption effect. The only card I want to be playing on my turn is red Ice Vein or yellow Ice Vein. But if I like have to keep or that blue Ice Vein on their turn, but like that's not a card I have to play on my turn.
Yep.
That's going to be the pick for sure. There's nothing else in the pack.
Yeah, very flexible card.
Reasonable. Yeah.
And it's really good because you can pitch a single blue to play it, and it deals 3, which is not very easy to block at all.
Yep. So you pitch a blue, you fuse it, and you ping them for 3. They probably can't block 3, and you're going to get a card out of their hand, which is really, really good. That's the best disruption in the deck by far, the Ice Vein. So deck is coming along nicely. I can always use more blues. So that's still going to be my focus.
Right. Can never have
if I see the Conduit and no other good cards, or maybe just like only yellow cards, then I might pick up the Conduit too. That would be a pretty easy choice for me. But playables are still in pack 2, still at the front of my mind, right? And then I'll check at the end of the pack what I'm kind of missing, and then reevaluate.
Yeah, makes sense.
This is one of those pauses, I believe.
Yeah. And one thing I regret the most about being sick was that I missed so many drafts. I missed so many Road to National drafts that I'm like, I really want to go out and draft now.
I bet.
It's a fun set to draft, 100%. I think it might be the best, one of the best ones, right?
I'm not bored yet, and I've played 50 plus drafts at this point.
I've played a lot of drafts. Oh, that's a lot of drafts.
I've played double drafts, triple drafts, single drafts. I've played the gambit here.
Okay, wow.
I've played, probably. So we're looking at the next one. You see a Yender. I'm just like praying.
Ice
for
Eternal. I mean, that's a card that. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Not sure how good it is in draft, but
I picked it up. Blue. It's still a very good card. Yeah, it's a blue. So on
blue,
their turn,
I think blocks 3.
6. You could pitch 6. It blocks 3. You could pitch 6 and play it on their turn and fuse it with your last card, or you could. Usually it'd be a pitch 6.
Yeah.
Pitch 6. Play it. Fuse, and then you give
3
them 3 frostbites and do 3 arcane.
Mm-hmm.
It pretty much stops their turn.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And it does a little bit of arcane damage, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, it pairs really
So-
nicely with Hot Frost Hex. So that's why I kind of think of it more of a combo card in CC, where in draft you're not going to get that set
in draft,
up.
not so much. No, in draft, it doesn't
But
happen
I
that
mean,
way.
but either way, it's a blue that blocks for 3, and it can be very useful even without Frost Hex.
Yeah, that's the main use case that I had with it. I just pitched 6, do the 3/3, pitched the other card, came in for waning, and then arsenaled the last card.
On a full hand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, that's pretty much.
And you can
pretty
come
much
out
it.
earlier to give them the frostbites before they really do much on their turn. So you might stop them in their tracks, preventing the damage on you on your own turn, which will let you keep your
Pick
full
up
hand.
the blue cold snap here. Good
Blue
card.
Cold Snap's a very good card. Yeah.
Yep, freezes the arsenal, recycles itself. You can play it off. You could play Waning Moon off the blue. So you pitch the blue, play the cold snap, draw the card, use the other 2 for
It
waning.
really has
and
everything
still have,
going for it except for arcane damage. It's like everything that you want in a card except for the arcane damage, pretty much.
Yes, that would be broken. So I see the conduit here. I'm pretty willing to pick it up if I see nothing. And I see
The
nothing,
combo,
so I pick
okay.
it up. Yeah.
You've completed the combo. Now, have you
Yeah.
got the combo off in a game?
I've got it off before. I did not get it off this draft. Mainly because they either didn't have any, like they kept using their entire hand to hit me because I was giving them frostbite, so they kept needing to like pitch.
Yeah.
Like I kept blue arcticing them on their turn,
Right.
or like red arctic them, and they had to like keep pitching their whole hand to do damage.
Right.
So in this particular game, no, but I have done it before, and it was very, very nice. So in this hand,
Okay.
blue polar cap
Ooh.
is probably
Yeah.
the play here.
Final
I'm looking at-
Spring or Fighting isn't even a popper, so
No. No, if it was yellow or red, I would be like, why is this card still in this pack? And then I would pick it up.
yeah. That card is way too good to pass up on.
Yeah, I did pick up the blue though. I mean, the blue is the blue, right?
It's a blue. Yeah, you picked that over the Arctic Incarceration. Oh no, it wasn't Arctic. It was Aether Ice Vein or something. Lame.
Yeah. So here we
forget-
see a
yeah.
bunch of cards that I can use. Most of the pack is for me, actually. So we see a blue Brother in Arms. We picked that up. I really like Brother in Arms because, one, you can use it to hit Thamai for 4, right? Or dragons in general. But Thamai is very good because it's at 4. 2, if you block with blue Brother in Arms, you can pitch a blue to activate it, and it's essentially just a red D react. And you have 2 floating to play whatever. So what you could do is you block with blue Brother in Arms, you pitch, right? And then you can play whatever you want from your arsenal, generally a 0 cost. which is
0
nice.
cost, so you can Waning Moon.
And then you can Waning Moon. And you're still blocking for 4, right? And if you can't pay for it, you use the Cloak. Very, very, very good card.
Yeah.
Here, I'm looking at the yellow Icebind. I'm also looking at the red Cold Snap. When I mean looking, I mean I'm looking at it, and then I'm passing it over for the yellow Icebind. Because
Yeah.
it blocks 3.
Just looking at it and wondering why it's such a bad card, and then skipping.
Yeah. I was like low-key looking at Flex, but I'm like, there's no way this is better than the yellow Icebind.
Yeah, it's interesting that you have to really consider your attack action cards into dragons in this draft. You can't just go solely on arcane damage because you're going to miss up on
Yep.
breaking a Dromai field, which matters a lot. There's a
There,
Singe,
I picked
speaking
up the
of
blue.
which.
I picked up the yellow Ice Vein before I picked up the yellow trade-in just to pitch. Here, I didn't pick up the Singe. I picked up the yellow Ice Vein because I just think yellow Ice Vein's better. The blue Singe just so like
It's so niche, right?
it's so okay.
It's so
like,
okay.
Fine, like it's an okay card. I'd rather have a little bit more pressure. The last 2 cards were just fillers. They weren't like particularly good cards for me.
Yeah. But the thing is, the Dromai doesn't have the capability to really pump out Ashwings in draft as much as she would in CC.
She has Rake, and she
Rake
does
is one of
have
the only
Sweeping
ones,
Glow.
right?
The Sweeping Glow Billowing is pretty good. She can have Uvia, stuff like that. Silken Form gets stuff out, so she has ways that she can definitely pump them up.
It's possible, yeah. I just think it's less likely that Singe is going to be that much of a key card in these games. Whereas
also nice,
the bigger
like-
dragons are more impactful. You want to get rid of those instead.
It's true. It's also like a matter of like if you have that blue non-attack that does damage from the arsenal, and you're able to play it in response to a dragon attacking you, and you target the dragon dies, they don't get the go again. Meaning they don't get the action point, and their turn is done unless they.
That's a good point too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not popped with Phantasm, so they can't stilettos.
Right.
I think
true.
stilettos is you have to pop it with Phantasm. I'll double check, but I'm like 99%.
I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah. So that makes sense. You would use a blue card from Arsenal, Destroy the
No, it just says
Ashwing.
an attacking ally you control dies or an attack action is destroyed by Phantasm.
Oh,
So
they added the
dies.
ally part there.
Yeah. Either way, it's still very good. Like they're not going to pay 3 for the action point.
Yeah.
So we're on to pack 3. Passing clockwise.
Okay.
What do we got here?
So what are you really missing
Oasis.
here? Just more blues still?
Blues.
Oh, Insidious
We
Chill.
got the mother of all blues, Insidious Chill.
Yeah.
Nothing really left. Nothing else in the pack.
Oasis Respite, a very nice card too.
I was looking at the red Oasis or the Insidious.
Yeah.
I think I picked up the Insidious because I already have 2 Oasis in the deck. I have one red and yellow.
Right.
I think more Oasis would be a little bit bad, only because it doesn't do anything. And while it's very good on the defensive, I would rather have a blue proactive card that can potentially do something.
That's fair.
If I can, like it gives them a Frostbite, sure, but it also has the, if I fuse, which I have Ice Veins and stuff, it does stuff.
Foil? Not the cold foil.
Not the cold foil. That wouldn't be there.
Oh, Aether
red
Ice
Vein's there.
Ice Vein's really good.
The red Ice Vein.
Yeah, 5 arcane damage, unblockable, guaranteed disruption. Super nice.
I think they could block it. They could prevent damage, but
well, yeah, but it's 5. I mean,
they can't prevent all of it, and it has that disruption.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely a key card.
Yeah, I'm still gonna prioritize blues here. Didn't have any, but I would prioritize them if I could.
Yeah.
Nothing else to say really. I think the draft is going like more or less as planned.
I think you've gotten the amount of blues that you really wanted. I think you're probably around 20 from what I could tell.
I'm not 20 yet, but I'm getting up there. I'm in the mid to high teens. So I would like another like 5 blues. That would be super cool.
Get to that 22.
Get to the low 20s. Yeah, that's the idea. You want to try to get to the low 20s if you can, if they're premium. I'm not gonna like fill my deck with a bunch of like random blue generic cards. If there's better options available, but sometimes there aren't, right? It really depends. Like I'm still gonna value that, like the hail, the bolt, incarceration, stuff like that.
Yep.
Or if I see like a Insidious Chill or a Frost X or something, that would be cool also. And at this point, people are either in Iyslander or they aren't. So you might see some better Iyslander cards.
That's true.
Come here.
Icebind.
So we do see blue Icebind. We see red Brother in Arms.
That one might be a little better.
Yeah, I pick up the red Brother in Arms.
Yeah.
Just because like 2 Paupers is very good, and you can win the game off Paupers for Dromai, which is super important.
And you know that like everyone else is probably vying for those Paupers, so it's a priority pick that everyone wants. So you might as well take it for yourself. Ice Vein wasn't even that, or Icebind wasn't even that good. So
it doesn't give them a Frostbite.
Yeah, it just freezes the armors, I believe. Is that the one?
Arsenal.
It freezes the Arsenal, sorry. The Majestic freezes the armors, yes. Yeah.
So here I see another Arctic Blue. Probably going to pick that up. Blue Sigil's okay, but Arctic Blue is better. So I just pick up the Arctic here. Red Icebind's interesting. That probably will wheel. So I'll probably get the Red Icebind on the wheel.
Yeah, Blue Arctic.
I'm pretty happy to pick up. So now I'm at 2 Blue Arctics, 1 Red Arctic. So that's the sign of a pretty good Icelander
I think
draft.
if you found 5 more Arctic Blues, just take them all pretty much.
There's 0. There's not 0, but it's very, very low. But yeah, I agree. If you see more Arctic Blues, I don't think there can be that many in the. Maybe there can. I actually don't know the odds. I don't think there can be that many more Arctic Blues. I think I might have most of them, if not all of them.
Yeah.
So the key here is that into Phi, you want to be generally trying to tax them as much as possible to stop their 4/5 card hands. And into Dromai, you want to be able to set up the big hand on your turn, right? So you want to also focus on having something to pop their dragon if it attacks, and being able to do something on your own turn if possible.
Oh, there's a
Frost
X. It's not nothing. I mean, that's quite good. Yeah.
I was gonna pick up the Scar until I saw the Frost X.
Scar.
Yeah, because it's like it comes in for 4 go again. Like I'll probably be at lower health for the majority of the game.
Yeah, I mean you start off at lower health, so turn 1 you can just play it off, or turn 2, I guess.
It's super funny. It's not like they're gonna have armor, right? You're forcing cards out of hand, so
it's true.
It's nice. I pick up the Frost.
You took Frost Hex. Yeah. You got Insidious now. You got Frost Hex. That's quite a nice draft.
I'm just playing a Bliss game here.
Yeah, that's right. Brother in Arms
red
again.
Brother in Arms.
It's a foil. It's a foil one. Take it.
I pick up the blue Aether card.
Okay.
The reason I pick up the Aether Dart is because I would have 3
Chip
Bowling
damage.
Arms at this point. I think that's overkill.
Maybe.
And
Yeah.
I still want more blues.
Into
And the blue 0
fights.
for 1.
Yeah.
You know what's funny with the blue Aether Dart? I can still just use it on their Aether
Ashwing? Yeah, it's
still
true.
pops it.
It's true. It's true.
Right?
You always have to be careful for cards that don't target allies but only target heroes. There's a handful of them that don't let you attack the dragons.
Yeah, you would know about that.
I would know. Sure. I learned that the hard way.
I remember every time you tried to Waiting Moon the dragon.
Yeah, Waiting Moon's a good example too. Yeah, can't do that. So I start being very nice just to clear up the Ashwings because it can target anything.
There I picked up the yellow ice bind or something like that, like some yellow ice card.
Okay, yeah, fuse target. Yeah, yeah, not bad. I mean, you want to avoid the yellow cards, I guess, as much as possible, if you can avoid it. Like, obviously, if you're stuck and there are no good blue cards, then yeah, the ice cards make sense.
Stuck.
Yeah,
you're stuck and can't get up.
Yeah, because on your own turn, you really want to play red cards. On your opponent's turn, you can only play blue cards. So the yellow cards are in a weird place where they don't really serve much of a purpose. There's no real reason. Like, there's no middle ground here with Iyslander.
True. So here we see a whole lot of
it's
nothing.
A bit tough, yeah.
The reason I pick up Silken Form is the same reason I picked up the Tide Flippers. Maybe some Dromai across the thing thought it would wheel. Nah, it's not gonna wheel.
I mean, for these cards, you made the right choice because the rest of that was garbage.
Yeah, the rest of it's garbage. So I'm like, why don't I just like cut the most powerful card by far in this pack, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's definitely reasonable considering the rest of the pack. I think like cutting cards is a very, 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 very difficult thing to consider.
Yeah,
because it is so punishing and Uprising to like not have enough cards.
Yeah,
like baubles are fine, but in general,
baubles are fine. You heard it here first.
The games are pretty fast with Fi in the meta here, especially being usually half of every draft, like approximately 50% on average.
Yeah, it's the easiest one to draft and the most flexible as well. You can do well with the least with Fi.
Yep. And so here I see a yellow Arctic. I see a red polar cap.
Yellow Arctic. I'm kind of cringe a bit on it, but
yeah, I pick up the red polar cap. Blocks for 3, comes in for
4 maybe.
4.
It might be 4.
It comes in for 4. Yeah, it comes in for 4 because the blue comes in for 2.
Right. Yeah.
And then I pick up
all these yellow cards.
Yeah, I pick up the Brain Freeze. It blocks for 3, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. I pick up the yellow blocks for 3. I think I'm at about 4 or 5 yellows at this point. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of where I thought I would be.
Brain Freeze, if you fuse, you can look at the opponent's hand and
put it on top.
Top of the deck?
Put it on top or bottom or something.
Yeah, you put it somewhere.
They don't get to draw. So you're literally just stripping a card out of the hand. So the blue one's actually pretty good. Because if you play the
on
blue
their turn.
On their turn.
Yeah.
You get to
I don't know if you look. I forget if you look, but
no, it reveals hands. They
reveal hand. There you go. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a card
so you can just
put on top
go and look through their hand and pick something that they can't play, and it might ruin their combo.
You put an action card with cost 0, 1 or less, or 2 or less.
Okay. There's a cost
red
involved.
Yeah, but you grab their 0 cost.
But the zeros are pretty. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of zeros in Fi.
So here, I'm looking at the yellow hail or the yellow frosting. I pick up the yellow frosting. It's a yellow ice card. I lied. I didn't pick up the frosting. I'm thinking about possibly Sigil.
Yeah, I agree with that. The yellow one is also played in CC. Like there are decks that run the yellow one, so it's not bad.
Yeah, I think I just want another card I can play from hand. Like I can get that yellow card from hand. Brain Freeze again just blocks for 3 here, but the yellow card I can get from hand. Red Aether Dart, super good for the second last pick.
Zero for 3. Yeah, you got Ice Bolt last card. They're just gifting you stuff at this point.
Card can hit dragons. Like, I don't know what I'm looking for. So let's bring up the image of the final deck.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's the final deck. You can see on the left we have the Frost X Insidious, pretty nice, obviously. We have I don't know how I group my cards here. I got a weird brain. In the top right, you see I have 4 Ice Veins, 2 reds, a yellow, and a blue. That is a good amount of Ice Veins. Generally 3 to 5 Ice Veins, you're doing super good for yourself. Like that is the card that more often than not, that's the card that wins the game. As far as like swinging back the tempo on your turn, like taking a little bit of damage, Ice Veining.
Making them discard a card or pitch.
Yeah, so you pitch 3, play the Ice Vein, fuse with a blue ice card, arsenal the blue ice card. Like that. That's the play that like gets you in the game. Right. And if you have another card, pitch for a waiting win for 2 or whatever. Very, very good. You see my 3 Arctics up there. Could have been more.
But yeah, he did pass up on a few of them, but hate picking's a thing, so makes sense.
It is a thing. On the equipment side, the Cloak, the Frostburn, and the Glacial. I didn't end up frostburning anyone. I horned once just to like give myself a bit of a reprieve there. Still a good combo. The Cloak did matter a lot. The Cloak, I was able to use it to be able to waning on one of the turns where I was like missing a resource. I used it to Oasis one turn, so I used it to pop it for Oasis Respite. Very, very good, because I didn't need to use a card from hand, and the card in Arsenal wasn't a blue, so I couldn't really like pitch for that and the waning. I had to use the Cloak to Oasis, which was fine. Blue Cold Snap, Ice Spine, Aether, Hail, Polar Cap, like pretty standard blues. Hail being like the good one. My 0 for 3s were Aether, Dart, and Frosting with a red Polar Cap. Did fine. The 0 for 3s were not bad. They were really the standouts. And then you see the blue Dart, Blue Brain Freeze, Ice Eternal, which I did actually like pump out one game for the 3 Frostbites and the 3 damage, which was quite good.
Nice.
And then you see in the middle there my generics. So you have a Blue Brother in Arms, 2 reds, which I did use to hit people with. I didn't actually use it to pod. I didn't play any Drome Eyes. There were only 2 Drome Eyes in the pod. Yeah. So I think
they must have been pretty good, eh?
There were 3 Icelanders, 3
must have been 4 5s. Oh, okay.
Sorry, 4 5s. No,
4 5s.
3 4 2.
Okay. Yeah.
3 4 2.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and the other Iyslander decks were, one of them was pretty decent. The other one was kind of average, if I remember correctly. And here, like, you have the Oasis did like some good work. The Blue Sigil Protection was actually pretty good. The Blue Healing Bomb was pretty good. I played 3 5s actually.
Okay, nice. That's actually what you want, probably.
Yeah. I would have been fine with the Mirror because of
the Mirror
Oasis
too.
Respites I have.
The Mirror too, yeah.
The Mirror is great when you have Oasis Respite. The first game, I think I went down to 1. It was a very, very close game. I think he didn't have an opener. He used most of his openers, his go again openers, 0 for 3s, 1 for 4s. He only had like a little bit left, and one turn he just didn't draw them because he had to use his flippers early. So he used his flippers to like get him out of a jam once to like force damage, and I just capitalized. The second game wasn't as close. I think I was pretty healthy. I just hit the good cards. Like, I have a lot of good cards, so I hit them early. I used Incarceration quite well. And I was at like 13 or 14. And then the third game, I ran into the 5 that I cut the flippers from. And it was sweet victory. It was nice. It wasn't close. I had agency. He had no flippers. He had very few ways of like, the Ice Vein just screws you. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. And so, very good. Ended up Blue Arctic, very, very good card, obviously. And I went 3-0. Because there were 9 people in pod, there was another 3-0, which was Yuki on Dromai, because I passed her the nuts.
You gave her everything.
I gave her everything she wanted.
Nice.
She took it. And me and her were the 3-0s in the pod, 9. And that was the Iyslander draft in a nutshell. So hopefully everybody enjoyed this content. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Are there any other picks that you would have considered better than the ones I did? Feel free to comment. Am I an idiot? Am I slightly less of an idiot? Those are really the 2 options here with draft. But with that being said, feel free to enter the subscriber 1K giveaway. And with that, from wherever you're watching in the world, have a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Bye for now.